As usual, the first Sunday in February is for the Snowrun Enduro.
This weekend is round one of the 2026 Welsh Enduro Championship. This is a KTM300 EXC, and hopefully this bike is going to get me to the finish line of the race. The first round of the Welsh Enduro Championship this year, as always, is the Snowrun Enduro. It's arguably the toughest event on the calendar, with it being so early in the season, and certainly the toughest event on the bike. If you've watched any of the old infamous Frank Morgan videos on YouTube, you'd have seen some clips from the Snowrun Enduro and some of the challenges that the track throws at the riders. So if I've got any chance of finishing the race myself, but certainly the bike, need to be in tip-top condition. This 300 has only actually got around 38 hours on it, so there's not a huge amount that should need doing. But the plan of attack is we'll strip it down, not to the bare bones, but we'll peel back the layers and double check there's nothing untoward beneath the surface that we haven't picked up on. We will give her a fresh gearbox, oil change, air filter change as always, and I'll need a spare for the checkbox in the pit. The grips that's currently on her are the standard grips that came with, so they're 40 hours old and they're starting to show signs of wear, so I think I've got a fresh set in the cupboard we can get on. The brakes obviously are 40 hours deep, so they're going to need a flush through, and I'll put some fresh fluid in. That should see me through then at least the early part of the 2026 season. Tyres are going to be a must, obviously. The Snowrun is, like I said, infamous for being wet and rooty and greasy and everything else that comes with being in the middle of a forest in February in the deep dark depths of Wales. So tyres are a must. Fresh set of Michelins to go on to try and get us any extra traction that we can. And yeah, just a general once over, just to double check that there's nothing going to rear its ugly head halfway around the Snowrun on Sunday. And a bonus tip for those people who may have never done a traditional sort of time card enduro, or maybe completely new to the sport of enduro altogether. I'll show you what I pack in my hip pack for when I'm riding, and what I have in the pits should I need anything when I come in at the end of a lap. So first things first, I like to get the messy jobs out of the way. So we'll get this old gearbox oil out of here. The bike's been stood for 4 months. Like, the gearbox oil should be good, but it's so easy and so cheap to do. We'll freshen her up. Another pet hate of mine is when people try and tip new oil in just straight from the jug. Then it's all dripping down the clutch case and it's all over the floor. Next up has to be easily, without a doubt, the worst part about working on a dirt bike. Air filters. If I was a millionaire, I would never, ever, ever clean an air filter again. It would be a brand new one every single time. But unfortunately, I'm not. So we best get cleaning. Bogging. Another factor to think about, certainly with these wet races, is your sort of contact points. As I said, the grips that's on the bike are the standard grips that come with the bike, so there's 40 hours on them, and they're starting to show a few signs of wear and tear. There's a polished sort of area on the edge of the grip where the palms of my hands have been, because obviously I'm in that perfect triangle position at all times, kind of like Jet Lawrence. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure I don't know why I said pretty sure, I know I got a set in the cupboard. I'll dig them out. 2-minute job, fresh set of grips, coupled with a fresh pair of gloves, and oh baby, that clubman class can look out. Oh, would you look at that? Open the cupboard and they're right there, almost like someone has placed them there. Can't remember which cam is which. EXC 5M, Cam M, KM. I've had a look at the front tyre. I'm going to stick with it, I think. I'm pretty sure that went on the couple of days before the Kayo, so that's probably only got 4 hours on it. The rear's not in that bad a condition either, but as I said, traction is going to be few and far between on Sunday, so we need all the help we can get. So get my favourite machine out, get the wheel off, and get this tyre changed. I'm going to try and speed this video up now. It's dragging on a little bit, so it might even be a time lapse. If you want to make your own tyre changes as easy and as straightforward as that, get yourself one of those Rabacondas. I used to dread changing tyres. I'd always find somebody else to do it or take it to the local bike shop. Now I wouldn't say I look forward to it, but it's an absolute breeze. Anybody can do it once you get a routine. Simple, straightforward. I'm not sure whether it'll be live by the time this video goes out, so I'm not sure what the code will be, but check in the description, because if it's a week or so after this video goes out, the guys at Rabaconda have given me a little discount code for everybody to go and grab themselves. I'm not sure how much it'll be, I'm not sure what the code will be, but check in the description. If it's live, it'll then be there. If not, check back next week, the week after, if you're thinking of buying one, and there should be a little discount code for everybody. That's on the side. Suck out all the old fluid. There we have it. The bike's pretty much done. Fresh set of grips, new tyre on the rear, front's fine, oil change, air filter change, fresh fluid in both brakes, give the bike a bit of a once over, lube the chain, and yeah, I said I would take you through, if I can even find it, my waist pack, my hip pack. Fairly straightforward. Just carry a little bum bag or hip pack, whatever you want to call it. I keep a spare link for the chain, a variety of cable ties. Can't fix it with a cable tie, it's not worth fixing. A pair of nips, a 6mm sort of T-handle Allen sort of key thing, and then in this little tube I've got 6, 8, 10 Phillips, flathead Phillips, and I think it's a 40. Yeah, I don't know why the hell that's in there, I don't know why that would suit. But again, this is just stuff that I take in the hip pack on the going and around the lap. You know, if there's anything severe, you can hopefully sort it out when you get back to the pits. I usually got a couple more. I've lost a couple by the sounds, but I always take a variety of bolts, just a couple of 8mm and 6mm bolts, just in case any rattle loose. Here's what I leave in the pits. I check, or if there's out check or whatever, you chuck it on the trailer, out it goes. 8, 10 and 12 T-handle, something's leaked in here. I think there's an energy gel has leaked. Everything's covered in some sticky shit. 32, I don't know why I've got a 32, it's for a motocross bike I presume, but there's a 30 on the other end of there. Little small one. Mud scraper, variety, chuck a load of screwdrivers in. Usually the stuff I leave in the pits is obviously the cheap shit that you just got lying around in the drawer. 1/4 inch Weir socket set. I love this thing, so I hope nobody does nick this one. Depending on the event, I may put a sort of small bottle of chain lube in there. The spare air filter will go in there and go. That might be what our sticky shit is actually. We'll go in there and go on the top, and that's pretty much it. And that just about wraps us up. Bike's ready. I hope I'm ready. Yeah, it's something completely different. I've never done anything like this before. Never put content out there like this. There's not a lot you can do pre-season. There's not a lot of events on, like I said. Hopefully now as they start ramping up, there'll be a bit more content coming through. One of the goals for me this year was to put a lot more out there. I enjoy making videos. I've invested, I'm scared to say how much money I've invested in camera kit and everything that comes with that, so I just as well put it to use. And yeah, give the video a like if you've even made it this far, and if you're not subscribed, do that as well, because that all helps by all accounts. I'm not going to waffle on any longer. Like I said, thanks if you've made it this far, and I'll catch you on the next one.